Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast, Cast and Catch. Do you want to amaze Jesus? I do. I want to amaze him, not in self-elevation that aren't I great. No, I want to amaze him because I love him and I want to follow him. And there's a passage in the Bible where Jesus is amazed. As a matter of fact, in the Bible, there are two occasions where Jesus is amazed. One of them, he's amazed at their unbelief. There's another time in the Bible where Jesus is amazed, and he's amazed at faith. And that faith is the faith of the centurion. It's in Luke 7. You know the story. The centurion has a soldier who's sick, and he sends out a messenger. Jesus is in the distance, way off in the distance, and he knows he's in the proximity, and he sends out a messenger, and this messenger shares with Jesus that there's a servant, there's a soldier who's sick, and he needs healing. You see, this man who sends out the messenger is a centurion, so he has 100 men under him who serve him and live by his command. So this man is a man of authority. We know this because the centurion tells us that if I say to this one, go, he goes. And if I say to this one, come, he comes. And if I say to that one, do this, he does it. And if I say to that one, do that, he does that. So this centurion was a man of earthly authority. But he knew, and it was quite evident that this man's earthly authority, physical flesh authority, could not heal this sick man. So Jesus gets closer, and the centurion comes to him and says, I don't count myself worthy for you to come into my house. He says, just say the words, and my servant will be healed. And it says, Jesus was amazed. Can you imagine saying words that amazes the most amazing man that's ever walked this planet? That would be amazing. It would be amazing to amaze the most amazing man that's ever walked this earth. That's the life that I want to live. That's the life I can live, and it's the life you can live. We can live a life of faith that amazes Jesus. Now, I'm saying this because I want to get somewhere, and I want to show you something that you may never have noticed before. Jesus is amazed by faith. You see, because you and I can follow him and still not amaze him. This Roman centurion wasn't a follower of Jesus. But Jesus, after hearing this man's faith, when this man said, just say the word, and my servant will be healed. And Jesus, in one translation, it says he was taken back. Another translation says he was aghast. Can you imagine? Oh, Jesus, he was aghast by faith, this faith that pleases the Father. Then this centurion says, say the word, and he'll be healed. Jesus was amazed. You ready? And then he turned to his followers. Did you catch that? Jesus was amazed from the faith of the centurion. Then he turned to his followers as if to say, check this guy out. This is the kind of faith that amazes me. Jesus was amazed when the centurion said, just say the words. Then he turned to his followers. He turned to his followers after he was amazed, which says that those followers were not the ones who amazed him. You see, my friends, you and I can follow Jesus and still not amaze him. You and I can follow him as a spectator. You and I can follow him without faith. You and I can follow him without partaking in his divine nature. We can watch from a distance. No, 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 no. This centurion walks straight up and says, you just say those words and he will be healed. So I want to encourage you. Don't just follow him. Believe him. Believe that his words carry power. Jesus says it. I believe it. That settles it. Say to him, Jesus, just say the words and I will be healed. Well, we know he said the words. We have them all in the Bible. So, my friends, follow him with faith. Follow him with the very substance that pleases God. God bless you, and I hope this has blessed you.